Hello everybody. So in today's video I thought I would take you along with me while I make dinner. So today I'm going to be making a Thai curry dumpling soup with gyozas. To start with, I just started to peel some of my carrots. I decided to put about 3 small to medium-sized carrots into the soup. I like to have my carrots peeled. I think they taste better, but that's just me. I do save my peels. I keep them in a Ziploc bag, as you can see right here. And I keep them in my freezer, and I use this for stock. So I keep the ends of most of my vegetables, like the onions and peppers and carrots, and I keep all the ends to everything, and I use it in the stock when I make it. To cut the carrots, I like to cut them on an angle, on a diagonal. I think they look a lot prettier in the soup and more appetizing. And I try to cut them fairly even sizes too, so they cook evenly. I also decided to stick some cauliflower and some broccoli into the soup. I find they go really well with Thai dishes. So do potatoes, but I didn't use potatoes this time. So right here, I'm just taking them and putting them into more bite-sized pieces since it's going into the soup, just so they're not in huge chunks. For this soup, I used about 2 pretty small sized chicken breasts, actually. You could use chicken thighs. You don't even need to have meat in this recipe if you don't want to. It could be completely vegetarian. Well, within reason. There is fish sauce in it. But I just put these into bite-sized pieces to cook into the soup and to cook nice and evenly. Okay, so let's start with the garlic and the ginger. So in the recipe it says 4 cloves of garlic, so we're going to do this roughly here. I like a lot of garlic, our family likes a lot of garlic, so I might stick a little bit extra in. There we go. It says 1 teaspoon of ginger. I'm probably going to put a tablespoon. That's something else my family likes a lot. I like buying them pre-grated already in a paste. More convenient. And then I'm going to stick the chicken in to saute with the 2 of them right away here. It says vegetable oil. I only have olive oil, so I'm going to put a little bit of that in, about a tablespoon. Let me get a spoon here. So I'm just sauteing the 2 together. Okay, and then it says about, let's see here. How much of the curry do I need? 3 to 4 tablespoons depending on your taste. This is 1 times to the recipe. I'm going to be doubling it, so I need a smaller spoon. So we're probably going to end up using this entire jar. This is the brand of Thai curry paste that I like. It's red Thai curry. Melt that into it. If we need more ginger or garlic, we'll add it later. We'll taste later. So we're just melting everything together, all the seasonings. Okay, so we need about a tablespoon, so 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. If you don't like fish sauce, I think it would be fine without it. Fish sauce. I find fish sauce gives the dish a dimension of flavor. So soy sauce, we need about the same, a couple tablespoons. Mix that in. I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit. I don't want this to burn. These new pots that I bought, I didn't buy a set. I bought separate ones that I liked. But they heat up really fast. I bought induction bottoms, so I've burnt a few things since I've gotten them because I'm not used to the temperature. Okay. We need about 2 tablespoons of lime juice. I only have concentrate here, so we're going to use concentrate. So I need about 4 of these because I'm doubling. I'll post the recipe for this in the description box. Okay, and sesame oil we need about a teaspoon per recipe, so I'm doubling. I'm going to add a little extra because I know we love the taste of this. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon for now, and we'll see if we need to add more later. I'm not going to add the vegetables until probably way late into the simmering section, but I am going to add the carrots right now just so they get nice and tender. Carrots always take longer to cook, so I like to add them in this section. Okay, now we need 1 can of coconut milk, 2 if you're doubling. I finally got rid of my electric can opener. It died after probably about 20 years of having it. Mix that all thoroughly. Okay, I'm going to let this simmer for a couple minutes, and then we're going to add the chicken stock. Give you a little look what this looks like close up. So everything's just starting to meld together here. Looks pretty good so far. Okay, so I let this melt together for a little bit. Now we need to add some brown sugar. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon, roughly. A tiny bit more. Just to balance out some of the flavors and the lime juice that was put in there. Might need to add a little bit more, so I'm just going to keep it open. Let's add a little bit of pepper. Probably about a teaspoon and a half, maybe a little bit more. It's more to your taste, right? So I'm going to taste this portion of it before I add the chicken stock. I just want to make sure that the sweetness is good. Needs a tiny bit more brown sugar. Okay, now it says 4 cups of chicken broth per recipe. I don't always add all the chicken broth that this recipe says. So each one of these jars is about 2 cups. So I'm going to add one whole one first. And then we'll add about half of this one, and then we'll taste it again. Let that meld together for a couple minutes, and then we're gonna give it another taste. I'm gonna go get a new spoon. Okay, I got my new spoon here. Might need a little bit more pepper, we'll see here. It definitely needs more pepper and salt. I didn't want to add the salt till way late because of the seasonings that we had already put in, specifically the soy sauce. Okay, I'm going to let this simmer for a little bit, and then we'll come back and give it another taste. Okay, so this has been simmering a while. Came down quite a bit. It's a lot thicker. So I'm going to add the rest of this now. I think that should be fine. Okay, so because broccoli and cauliflower are super fast to cook, I think we're going to add the gyozas. So my family loves gyozas. These are basically pot stickers. They're vegetable and pork dumplings. These are pre-cooked, so you just have to cook them through. So I'm probably going to put this whole bag in. My family absolutely loves them. In the recipe it says to cook these separately, but I do know that everybody's on their way home right now, so this is going to be getting eaten right away. So in the recipe it says to cook them separately in a different pot and then put them in, and that's mainly due for so they don't get soggy and start falling apart. There we go. Okay, let's give that a stir. Looks delicious. I'm going to let these cook for probably 5 minutes, and then I'm going to add the vegetables in. Okay, so these have been simmering for a couple minutes. Starting to get nice and soft. So let's add in the rest of the vegetables. You don't even have to add in vegetables into this recipe, but you know, for nutrition and stuff, it's probably better. Okay, so I'm going to let those soften a bit, and then we'll plate some up and I'll show you what it looks like. Just give you a little bit of a close-up. Looks delicious, right? Okay, the soup is done, so I'm just going to plate some up and I'm going to show you. I love these really narrow bowls. I bought them from Costco. Turn that right down. Okay, so here is the finished product. Doesn't that look delicious? That soup is so delicious. I haven't made it in a really long time, and it's time for dinner here. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.